Let's make Africa the tree of life. What is it? South Africa, South Africa, Etiopia, Onse, Egypt, Onse, Waruse, Badi France, and Portugal, South come together. United we shall stand. Let the South Africa in South Africa.
Allah, African Union, Allah. Allah, African Union, Allah. Allah, Africa Day, Allah. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Allow me to just take you through the short program that we'll be having today. We are going to receive welcome remarks from the university. After that, we are going to get remarks and acknowledgement of guests by the municipality of Polokwane. There will be an item after municipality of Polokwane. Yashikupu, can you be ready? Those that are going to present items here, can you be ready, please? So that we can be able to manage our time. Chigupu will play after the welcome, the acknowledgement of guests by the municipality. We'll also get a message of support from our sister country, Mozambique. After that, Otata, a poet, Katel Lobaloi, both Katel Lobaloi and Tebogo Squela, be on standby so that when we call you, you must be available. After that, the keynote address by the MEC Social Development, who is standing in for the premier. After that item, we will call a vintage guru to come and perform, and Capricorn Choir also to come and perform, and then we'll be going straight to our vote of thanks through a representative from the university. Allah, Allah, African Day, Allah, Allah. Re a leboga. Sanbonani, dumelang. Nda. Abusheni. Goeiemorgen. Good morning. Re a leboga ke gona tiro hall fa. We are going to start with our formal program, and allow me to request the honor of the Executive Director, Marketing and Communication from the University of Limpopo, Mr. Victor Khomeswane, to come and give us welcome address. Ntate Khomeswane.
Okay. Thank you, Program Director MEC Maseko. Let me acknowledge the other MECs here with you. MEC for Coxstar, Honorable Baskop Makamo. Let me acknowledge also, standing in for the Premier, MEC for Social Development, Honorable Florence Radzelani. And we also have MEC for Transport and Community Safety, I think. We have the Speaker of Provincial Legislature, Dr. Makomo Makurupeje, and Deputy Speaker. We also have Deputy Chair of Chairs, I think, Pitango Beni. We have mayors, starting with the Executive Mayor of Polokwane Municipality, Councillor Mpe, represented here by MMC Councillor Jerry Mamabulo. Welcome, Jatadi. But we also have the Mayor of Mudimolle Mokhopong Local Municipality, Councillor Anamboweni. And I have to be careful here. Let me see. I have to acknowledge diplomatic corps, members of the diplomatic corps from the two countries, neighboring countries, very critical members of the frontline states community, countries with which we identified very much so. 40 years ago when I was here, when President Samora Machel died, it became a very dark day for all of us. And I must say, in 1974, the Viva Frelimo rallies were held in two places, mainly in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal and on this campus. So Mozambique is not a republic to us, it's home. So I have to acknowledge the government representative, His Excellency Mikash Mechiso, and also Provincial Director for Culture and Tourism, Ms. Rosena Motako, Vice President of the Gaza Assembly, Mr. Constantino Zandamela, and the Speaker for the Gaza Provincial Administration, Akeredino Mavie. And I think we have also from Zimbabwe, the country that I also have very fond memories of from my childhood growing up. My father used to listen to Radio Freedom, and he didn't want us to know what he was listening to, so he would go into the back and play, but we would hear Pambere Nache Morenga. Now, my younger brother and I started saying that, and we got a whipping of our life because he said, "Do you know what you are saying? Do you want to get me arrested?" So let me welcome Brian Chinene, Ms. Priscilla Nkala, Mr. Leon Ngube, and Mr. Tichaona Muziti. They are from the Republic of Zimbabwe. We appreciate you being here. And I would say, last but certainly not the least, I have to acknowledge Veng Mabu. In Africa, we were ruled by kings and queens before we were taught to follow the Westminster system. of governance. So where we are, this land belongs to Baga Mama Bolo. Vele khoshigadi Mama Bolo vyatadi re di kolobe. Re le amore. We welcome you, and we also appreciate you welcoming us, because this university was made possible by the traditional leaders providing the piece of land on which it is built. We are acknowledging all these people, MEC, and I must just say, ladies and gentlemen, we have our artists here, we have members of the academic community, and I'm going to be acknowledging as I go on, but I'm standing here on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Limpopo, Dr. Jeffrey Mabelebele. So on his behalf, I say Tobela, Abusheni, Timachirone, Sanbonani, Molo, Bondia, and so on and so on. Today on March 25th, we gather here not just to observe a date on the calendar, but to breathe life into the spirit of Pan-Africanism. For 4 consecutive years, this Africa Day celebration has stood as a beacon of our enduring partnership. The University of Limpopo, the Provincial Administration of Limpopo, the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture in particular, share a profound pride in this collaboration, and we remain deeply committed to sustaining this relationship. Our university motto, Finding Solutions for Africa, is more than just a slogan. It is our living mandate. Finding solutions goes beyond teaching and learning, research, and community engagement. And I must say, you saw us moving in quietly here is because the Africa Day celebration coincided with the first day of examinations. So we thought, let's find a way of honoring the departed souls of the martyrs of our struggle from just not in South Africa, but neighboring countries and the world. Finding solutions goes beyond teaching, research, and community engagement. Finding solutions demands that we actively forge an authentic African identity. We do this by collaborating with key stakeholders, from our provincial government to foreign missions, and we ensure that that partnership is sustained, because Africa Day is but one day on the calendar. But Kwame Nkrumah said, I'm not an African because I was born in Africa, but I'm an African because Africa was born in me. And therefore, although it's just one day, we trust that commemorating and celebrating Africa Day will help us to find that Africa in us that we have lost. Because believe me, when you look at how Africans treat one another, you have to agree we have lost the Africa in us. We have lost that humanity in ourselves. We have forgotten of humankind and of humanity. So maybe by celebrating Africa Day, we will remember that and start remembering that courtesy and self-love can only mean something if they are extended to fellow Africans before we extend them to the rest of humanity. As a public university, our internationalization mandate requires that we should seek local solutions, but with a Pan-African and global perspective. This dual focus is crucial. It ensures that we produce leaders that are capable of navigating modern society's polycrisis. And if you remember that the former president of Malawi, McCarthy Chikwera, Lazarus McCarthy Chikwera, was a student of this very university. The current president of the South African Republic was a student at this university. So we can mention many leaders who have come through this university and are proof that we are finding solutions for Africa. Since 2022, we have celebrated our heritage by showcasing diverse African cultures, cuisines, and crafts. And I'm sure you saw them as you walked in here. We have translated iconic speeches into our indigenous languages and perform various national anthems. As you could hear, we started with the African Union anthem. These rituals matter. As the legendary Miriam Makeba reminded us, we must keep our culture alive. However, culture is also the vanguard of geopolitics and economics. Culture builds the trust that we need for trade and investment. Arts and culture are understated or underestimated pillars of the holistic industrialization and economic renaissance that is desperately needed across our continent. Consider how Hollywood and Paris can leverage film and imagery by showcasing simple buildings like the Empire State Building, the Twin Towers, or the Eiffel Tower in France. These countries were able to drive global tourism and increase their global power, economic power. So if we don't showcase our Africanness, we will never be able to build our economies, because people come to you as an attractive destination first before they invest in your country. They have to like what you stand for. They have to appreciate the intangible appeal of your nationality and of your cultures before they can decide whether they do business with you. When you buy from a business, you buy the owner of the business first, and then you buy what they sell. Therefore, if we as Africans don't sell our Africanness to ourselves, and if we don't sell it to the rest of the world, we can never hope to be the global economic power that we rightfully should be. We therefore must forge an identity that positions South Africa to compete fruitfully within the African Continental Free Trade Area. Currently, intra-Africa trade, in other words, trade among African countries, sits at a very, very dismal 20% or less. That compared to over 60% in Europe and Asia. We must close this gap. Africa Day, therefore, ensures that our academics, our researchers, and students never let Africa abandon them. We carry forward the unyielding vision of our founding fathers and mothers. We remember Kwame Nkrumah's declaration that Africa is one, and that the freedom of Ghana cannot mean anything unless and until it is linked to the freedom and total liberation of the rest of Africa. We remember these people like Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Nyerere, Kenneth Kaunda, Nelson Mandela, Samora Machel. We can mention all the heroes and icons. We channel the rhythm of our artists also. The Fela Kutis, the Oliver Mtukuzis, the Bob Marleys, the Salif Keitas, the Angelique Kijos, and the Thandi Somazwais, who teach us that the revolutionary act is really knowing who you are first. This celebration proves that strategic collaboration is our only viable mode of operation. The University of Limpopo remains fully committed to strengthening and materializing our memorandum of understanding with the provincial government of Limpopo. Let us therefore celebrate and rebuild and reflect. I welcome you all. Let us find solutions for Africa together. Happy Africa Day.
Halala University of Limpopo, halala. Halala University of Limpopo, halala. Realeboga Mo University of Limpopo ko Lord, the struggle for the liberation of the country was very much intensified during those dark days. And today, one of the freedom fighters who led the struggle when he was a student here. Thanks very much, Executive Director, for the warm words of welcome. Allow me to invite the MMC for Sports, Arts and Culture in Polokwane standing in for the Executive Mayor, Councillor John Mpe Ntate, Mama Bolo, Rimicha Kolobe, Kasreto, remarks and acknowledgement of guests. Thanks very much.
Oh, yeah. Ere ko go leboge MEC wa tša dipapadi bokgabo le setšo ka mo provinceng ya gešo ya Limpopo. Ntumelele ke taboge protocol because the protocol was already observed, and I will be doing a tautology if I start by greeting according to the protocol, because my duty here is to acknowledge our guests. Program Director Setšhaba sa gešo ka kakaretšo, kgotso a ebelele. Kgotso! Halala Limpopo, halala! Halala Limpopo, halala! Halala Polokwane, halala! are using a greeting to say Khotsong because where we are right now, we are just closer to the two biggest churches in Africa, the Zion Christian Church and the Zion Christian Church St. Agnes. We are doing that deliberately so that we are able to also look at the Mount Zion and say, re a go lotšha morena lekganyane le kgantšhane tšhaba morena a kganya Sioni re thobela morena mogolo go lela godimo mogolo wa go la robetše magoši le marena ba re ba tsoga ba hwetša o nabile ga re go roriše morena lekganyane o rorile o rorišitše ke mešomo a gago ge e le go thakga o thakgile o thagišitše molepo le mmamabolo o thagišitše le makgwa a makhwibidu mokgwadu ba mmaphaka monara betha nakeo betha moropa betha moropa betha lebe le ntumelele motsamaiša modiro because here we are on the soil and on the land that belongs to Her Majesty Kgošigadi Mamabolo. Ke ba ga Mamabolo a solwana sa matala di sekgopa banna matolo phoofolo tša mesela ba re go ba ga Mamabolo re alla se buduša ka letšatši mola bangwe ba buduša ka pula ke dikolobe tša bjatadi bja mamorela maepade gore maja makgereta bjatadi we ba re namela thaba khwitu bone legola le botsebotšheng. There are poets here who will continue, but I just took an advantage that we are celebrating Africa Day today. Today, beneath the banner of Africa Day, we gather not merely as delegates from different corners of the continent, but as custodians of a shared destiny. We gather in the great city of stars, the heartbeat of Limpopo, where the pulse of Africa beats loudly through the streets of Polokwane and the streets of Limpopo. Africa Day is a living reminder that the freedom we enjoy today was watered by the sweat, courage, and sacrifice of African revolutionaries who refused to accept colonial chains as permanent ornaments of our continent. As we assemble here today at the University of Limpopo, an institution whose very foundation is rooted in the struggle for dignity, access, and transformation, we are reminded that education remains one of the most powerful weapons to shape the Africa we want. Indeed, Africa is not rising tomorrow. Africa is rising now. It rises in the classrooms of Mankweng. It rises in the innovation hubs of Polokwane. It rises in the hands of young entrepreneurs who refuse to surrender to unemployment and hopelessness. It rises in women who continue to carry communities on their shoulders like seasoned reminders, carrying clouds across a dry valley. Program Director, there is an African idiom which says, a river does not drink its own water. In the same way, the progress of one African nation must benefit the entire continent. Our liberation, our development, and our prosperity are intertwined. This is why gatherings like this matters. They remind us that borders may divide territories, but they must never divide the African spirit. As Polokwane Municipality, we remain honored to host this important continental commemoration Our city is a city positioned strategically as a gateway to the African National Congress. To the African continent. Today's gathering also sends a powerful message to our young people that they must not inherit a divided Africa. They must inherit a united, innovative, and prosperous Africa. To the young people gathered here today, your future cannot be outsourced. Africa's next chapter will not be written in Washington, London, or Beijing. It will be written in Polokwane. It will be written in Lagos. It will be written in Accra, in Kigali, and in Addis Ababa. This is Africa. Program Director, allow me to extend on behalf of the people of Polokwane our heartfelt appreciation to the Premier of Limpopo, Dr. Poppy Ramathoba, and the Limpopo Provincial Government for bringing this important celebration to our city. We further express our sincere gratitude to the University of Limpopo for opening its doors and hosting this historic occasion with excellence and dignity. I'm saying this as I now begin to do the work that I'm here to do on behalf of the Executive Mayor of the City of Polokwane, Councillor Mosema Makoro Jonempe. I will first introduce our acting Premier, and I'm introducing her as the acting Executive Mayor of the City of Polokwane, Keran Nager. Yeah. The acting Premier, May Florence Ratzilane, we are introducing and acknowledging you, Maurena Arbabetele Matso. We also acknowledge the leader of government business, Tatane Bioscope Makamo, the MEC of Coxta. We introduce the MEC for Transport and Community Safety, May Violet Mate. We just clap our hands and when I'm introducing and acknowledging them. We are blessed by the presence of the MEC for Sports, Arts and Culture in Limpopo Province, the one and only Maina Moto Ntate Jerry Funane Maseko. The Honorable Me Nakedi Kekana, MEC va Agriculture. The Honorable, the Speaker of our Provincial Legislature, Maurena Dr. Makoma Makurupej. The Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs va Legislature, Honorable Ngobeni. Member of our Provincial Legislature, Honorable Nenguda. The Honorable Speaker of Polokwane Municipality, Mekobela Velemina Mudiva. The Mayor of Elias Motswaledi Municipality, Councillor David Nadi. The Mayor of Mudimole Mohopong Municipality, Honorable Anna Ngobeni. Lintumeleleng ke tsena ka mafateng a matelele ke re leleme la ka serelele borele dikalele makatsena mošate ke bina ka utulete ke binela koša go thoka mothabele ke tsena bjalo ka mošate ke tamiša le go tsebiša mmagorena kgošigadi MV Mamabolo. Re le bagomana ba mošate ba farafarilego ke tsebišeng fa bo Khosi Manenje le bona ba na le rena ka fa a re ba betheleng matsogo ke tsebiše gape le bo Maumane in his capacity as the special advisor to the Premier Pamshat. Ke ba lotšitše bjalo ka moka ba mošate ba ba leng gona fa re re rurinke tša mošate di ganiwa nna nke re tšhelela magono le šokotšo. Let me quickly go to the University of Limpopo and acknowledge the Executive Director wa Marketing and Communication, Ntate Khomeswana. Bana le ba ba sepelago le bona ba diredi ba university, our HODs, our CEO ba ba leng gona fa, we acknowledge you ka moka ga lena from all departments tše re nago le tšona fa. Now I'm going international. We will start with Zimbabwe. Our guests from Zimbabwe, we are having Mr. Brian Chinene. Shebale ka mo saeteng ye Mr. Brian Chinene, bana le Miss Priscilla Nkala, Mr. Leo Ngube, Mr. Tichwana Muziti. Now we are going to Mozambique. Renale Mr. Mika Micheso. Miss Rosana Muatako. Rabale Mr. Constantino Luis Zandamela. Rabale Mr. Acadino Antonio Maule. Tata Antonio Dumela Munaeshu. Re o dumedisha mo Limpopo, khotsa be lwena, khotsa be lena. O kare the Deputy Speaker of the Provincial Legislature, me Mamrobela, bana le rena fa ge ke gopola gabotse. Ge bana ba sa tšwele a gona bothata, Program Director. Ere ke re malaedi ka laela gale ka tšea pata ka sepela ka ekela gae bolobedu bolo bathaga ga bo metsi mašwana metsi mafolo ga thaba ka diphororo ke ile ta dira thaboele marung ga e tša fase o di bone go rata motho a se go thwa godimo ga ona ba gešo.
La Polokwane municipality, ala Kolobe, Mama Bolo, ala. Thanks very much, Councillor Mama Bolo. In addition, allow me to use this platform and recognize the presence of IEC Chairperson, Independent Electoral Commission in Limpopo, Menka Romateta, she's here. Allow me also to acknowledge University of Limpopo Executive Director on Cultural and Political Studies, Dr. Tsetselani Mzuli, she's here. And all of you, you are highly acknowledged. At least we know now, Kolobore, we have got visitors from both Mozambique and Zimbabwe, two of our countries that we are sharing borders as a country, and their presence is warmly appreciated. Mama Bolo Archwelempele, can I call on Shigupu to come and perform an item as we will be waiting or bringing to the fore a representative from Gaza province of Mozambique who will be giving us a message of support, Mr. Mikas da Cruz Fernando dos Santos Michaso. Yeah, Shigupu, can you come render your traditional dance? After that traditional dance, Mr. Michaso, you will be welcome to come and give us a message of support from your province, from Mozambique. Shigubu, the time is yours. Halala, Shigubu, halala.
One, two. One, two. Mariga sabuz. Mariga sabuz. Waga kobo sute waga chara chara. Waga kobo kobo waga kobo kobo. Wow, wow. Apa, do it. Wow, wow. Ega fap do. Wow, diggy 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 diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy, wow. Diggy 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 diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy diggy diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy 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 yo. Ah, diggy diggy. Diggy 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 diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy diggy. Wow. Diggy 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 diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy diggy yo. Wow, wow. Diggy. Wow, wow. Oh, diggy diggy diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy 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 diggy. Wow, wow. Diggy diggy.
Alala shigupu alala. Alala, our African traditional dance. Alala. This is what we must always preserve because it defines who we are, where we come from, and we'll be able to know where we are going. Realeboga here, Cancer, Shikupu for the sterling performance. We are proud of our African dance. Thanks very much. Now allow me to invite a message of support by Gaza province of Mozambique, represented by Mr. Micas da Cruz Fernando dos Santos Michaso. Sir, you are welcome to the stage to come and give us the message of support. Can we give him a round of applause? And re gopela gore dikgwari tša rampele di be ready after the speech. intervene when there was no light, to intervene when it was dark. I know cultural groups are able to perform even if there is no sound, even if there is no light. And our sincere apologies. It was a technical problem that is beyond our control. Thanks very much for the patience that you have displayed. You are a very good, sweet, and beautiful audience, whatever. Can we clap hands for ourselves? We were still on the message of support from Gaza province in Mozambique, represented by Mr. Micas da Cruz Fernando dos Santos Michiso support. Can we clap hands? Mifururu! Mifurupadi!
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. First of all, allow me, on behalf of Your Excellency Margarida Sebastião Mapanzeni Shongo, Governor of Gaza Province, who I represent here, to greet and express my immense gratitude to the government of Limpopo Province, from the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, for the kind invitation and the opportunity to be here today to celebrate Africa Day, one of the most important days in our calendar. Africa Day, celebrated today, marks the founding of the Organization of Africa Unit in 1963, now the Africa Union. The date is a milestone to celebrate the identity, culture, and the liberation of the continent, as well as to reflect on the challenges of development, peace, and youth. More than that, this is an occasion to celebrate our cultural diversity and the inexhaustible strength of our people. We are the cradle of the humanity, a land that breathes resilience, art, music, and unparalleled hospitality. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fundamental that Africa promotes a profound reflection of the values of freedom, continental cohesion, peace, sustainable development, and human dignity. The date is a moment for both celebration and reflection of the principles that the Africa peoples. Africa Day represents a continuous commitment to the ideals of a united, prosperous, and peaceful continent, respecting the diversity of African cultures, language, traditions, emphasizing the importance of solidarity and joint progress. The celebration of Africa Day should serve to recognize the current challenge facing the continent, such as the severe impacts of climate change, food insecurity, armed conflicts, forced migration, economic integration, as well as inequalities and social exclusion. This celebration should be an impetus to strengthen the resilience of the people, with an emphasis on the themes such as nutrition, food security, and climate change, climate justice. President Daniel Chapo, the president of Mozambique, frequently calls for the unity and the resilience of the African people, reinforcing that the continent's future must be built by Africans themselves. The Mozambican head of state has focused his vision for Africa on the following main pillars: youth leadership, intra-African trade, security, and the regional cohesion. Dear participants, brothers and sisters, as the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Our journey towards development, peace, and prosperity must be made together, hand in hand, as one great nation. May the spirit of Africa, may the spirit of Africa Day continue to inspire each of us to work for more prosperous, united, and peaceful continent. Thank you for attention. African Day halala. Thank you.
Obrigado, Mr. Micas de Cruz Fernandos dos Santos Michiso. Obrigado simply means thank you. Liagwager. Ritute malema. Thanks very much. Now we are going to go straight to the main address. But before I do that, ki hopela balabadi di khwari le no opela ko shaete fela gore re tle re tlo presenta the keynote speaker of the day. Di khwari tša rampele re hopela le namele stage le no opela ko shaete ye le ratang ya go fisha e le ge le emelediša seboledi sa rena sa letšatši sa lekgono seo re tlo se presentang ka morago ga koša ge re ka re ka lebelonyana la go feta mmutla ka gore le bone mohlagase o re lebile. If we can be a bit faster, because our program has been disrupted, time is no longer on our side. Ben pele ka no tswela ba pusha mo ba pusheng ba etla e ba fitla mo letlago mola. Push them. Re a leboga re bateleng matsogo. Dikgwari tša rampele re a leboga. Now allow me to present to you a seasoned leader of the African National Congress in Limpopo, former leader of the ANC Youth League, the current PEC member, who is one of the longest serving PEC member in the history of this province. I'm sure it might be 15 years and above. Ka mokgwa o be go le kgalo le ka mogare PEC. She is the woman, for that matter, a sector that the ruling party has deliberately decided to ensure that they occupy space in the leadership, both of the party and government. When we say in South Africa, re bea basadi ko pele ka baka la hore ya eteketse tshadi matšatši a ba re e nwa maswi. Where there is a woman, there is leadership, there is order, there is control. I'm going to present to you a leader who served in a number of portfolio committees in the Executive Council under different premiers. I'm sure she might have served with 3 premiers as a member of Executive Committee. She is the current PEC member and the current PwC, the MEC for Social Development. Can we rise and give her a round of applause? Aremeleleng re mo feng mefururu, megolokwane. Re a leboga, re a leboga.
We may all be seated. Ala la Limpopo, ala la. Ala la Limpopo province, ala la. Thank you very much, my colleague in the Executive Council, who is the chairperson of this important event, Honorable Jerry Maseko. Thank you for affording me this opportunity. Ering lina ki loche baka mushate baka difuke Hoshihadi Mama Vulo Realocha Muetapele wa rena Kiche hape sebaka se ndirindi kolumelisa kama vuashu bothobele bomanenje berapori ba bukati hashu nranda kulosa aka hosi ya hina lavanga advisor ya premier ya hina hosi Mahuma. I also want to take this opportunity and greet members of the Executive Council present here. I've seen MEC for Transport and Community Safety, MEC for Agriculture, MEC for Coxstar. Allow me, Program Director, to also greet our Honorable Speaker, Honorable Dr. Makoma Makurupej, the Deputy Chair of Chess, Honorable Ngobeni, and all members of the legislature, the representative of the Executive Mayor of Polokwane, Honorable Councillor Mama Vulo, all the mayors present here, and all our honorable councillors. A special greeting to our international guests, both from Mozambique and Zimbabwe, led here by Mr. Micheso, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Limpopo, represented here by Mr. Homuye Chwane and all other members of the Executive Council of the University. The provincial head of IEC, Menka Rumateta, heads of departments, faith-based organizations, members of the media, all our artists, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Tobela, Absheni, Ndimasiari, good afternoon. Before I proceed, let me submit the apology from our Honorable Premier, Dr. Popi Constance Ramatuba. Premier wished to be with us here today. Unfortunately, due to other pressing commitments, the Premier had to delegate one of the Executive Council members to come and represent her here. I'm going to read the message from our Honorable Premier. Program Director, today we gather to celebrate the soul of a continent that has endured hardship, resisted oppression, conquered adversity, and continue to inspire the world through its resilience and determination. Africa Day remains a powerful reminder that despite centuries of colonialism, exploitation, and division, the spirit of Africa has never been broken. From the majestic mountains of Kilimanjaro to the rich soils of Limpopo, from the bustling cities of Accra and Nairobi to the villages of Mankweng, Hamulepo, and Nchinchane, Africa continues to pulse with energy, creativity, intelligence, and hope. We are descendants of great kingdoms, fearless revolutionaries, visionary leaders, and hardworking communities who refused to surrender their dignity and identity. Today, as we commemorate the 12th edition of Africa Day here at the University of Limpopo, TEFLUOP, we do so under a timely and meaningful provincial theme, which says sport and culture as catalyst for climate action. This theme speaks directly to the African Union's 2026 focus on water security, climate resilience, and sustainable development. It reminds us that climate change is no longer a distant scientific discussion confined to international conferences and policy documents. It is a daily reality affecting communities across our continent. Program Director, the devastating floods that recently affected part of Limpopo province, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique have exposed the painful reality that climate change is a reality or is already disrupting lives, destroying infrastructure, and threatening livelihoods across Southern Africa. Families have lost loved ones, homes have been swept away, roads and bridges have collapsed, and many communities remain vulnerable and displaced. These disasters carry an important lesson for all of us. Climate change does not recognize borders, race, nationality, or political affiliation. It affects us collectively, and therefore our response must also be collective, coordinated, and urgent. Africa can no longer afford to respond to climate disasters through temporary relief measures alone. We must now focus on long-term solutions that build resilience and protect future generations. This is precisely why sport and culture must become powerful instruments of mobilization, education, and transformation. They are not simply forms of entertainment or recreation. They are among the most influential tools available to unite communities and inspire social change. When young people gathered on soccer fields, netball courts, rugby grounds, and athletic tracks, they create space of influence, discipline, and unity. When communities gather through traditional music, poetry, storytelling, and dance, they strengthen social cohesion and preserve indigenous knowledge systems that have guided African societies for generations. Our traditional songs, dances, and languages carry deep environmental wisdom. They teach respect for nature, responsible use of water, and harmonious coexistence with the environment. Through culture, we preserve our identity and reconnect with our heritage. Through sport, we cultivate teamwork, discipline, perseverance, and resilience. Imagine local sporting tournaments becoming platform for river cleanup campaigns and environmental awareness. Imagine cultural festivals becoming centers for climate education and water conservation advocacy. Imagine our athletes, artists, musicians, and traditional leaders becoming ambassadors for environmental protection and climate resilience. That is the Africa we must build. Program Director, Limpopo remains one of the richest provinces in terms of cultural diversity and heritage. Ours is a province where Sepedi, Chivenda, Xitsonga, and many other languages coexist in harmony. This diversity is not a weakness that divides us. It is a strength and enriches us and teaches us the true meaning of unity in diversity. The future of our continent depends on our ability to unite around a common vision of peace, development, and prosperity. We must never forget that as Africans, we are connected by shared values, shared struggles, and shared aspirations. As the greatest Pan-Africanist, Kwame Nkrumah once said, open quote, Africa is one continent, one people, and one destiny, close quote. These timeless words remain relevant because our survival and progress depend on a continental unity, economic cooperation, and collective self-reliance. The challenges confronting Africa today require Africa solutions driven by African people who understand the realities of this continent. Program Director, the time has come for Africa to stop underestimating itself and doubting its own capabilities. For far too long, our continent has been conditioned to believe that progress and solutions must come from somewhere. We have exported our raw material, our talent, and even our confidence while importing dependency and underdevelopment. We have exported our raw materials, our talent, and even our confidence, while importing in the continent dependency and underdevelopment. Yet Africa possesses some of the brightest minds and greatest potential in the world. We have engineers capable of designing climate-resilient infrastructure. We have scientists developing innovative agricultural and water solutions. We have entrepreneurs transforming industries through technology and innovation. We have academics, researchers, and professionals who are ready to lead this continent into a new era of growth and self-sufficiency. The real challenge is not whether Africa has capacity. The real challenge is whether Africa believes in itself enough to fully utilize that capacity. The real challenge in this continent is not whether as Africans entrepreneurship, sports, culture, and innovation, you have the power to position Africa as a global leader in development and human progress. Program Director, let us leave this gathering with renewed determination and a deeper commitment to building the Africa we desire. Let us use sport to unite communities and inspire social cohesion. Let us use culture to preserve our heritage and strengthen our identity. Let us use education to unlock opportunities for future generations. Let us use innovation to confront climate change and accelerate sustainable development. Above all, let us use African unity as the foundation upon which we build a peaceful, prosperous, and a climate-resilient continent. All of us as Africans, we must be proud. We must use African unity as a foundation upon which we build a peaceful, prosperous, and climate-resilient continent. Ladies and gentlemen, the sleeping giant of Africa is awakened. The future is calling upon us to rise beyond dependency, beyond divisions, and beyond despair. This generation must be remembered as the generation that restores Africa's confidence, protected its resources, and build a continent defined by excellence, resilience, and shared prosperity. Africa is rising. Africa is resilient. Africa is capable. And Africa's time is now. Let us remain committed. Let us be proud by being part of the people who reside in this continent.
Activities. Katelo Baloi, Iba standby. Vintage Guru, Iba standby. Taboro Sequela, Iba standby. And Doma, Iba standby. But before you come and show your capacity and talent, allow me to invite the University Department of Cultural and Political Studies Director, Dr. Tsetselelani Mzuli, to come and formally give us a vote of thanks. I'm doing this so that electricity, when it disrupts us, at least we are done with the formal program and all speakers were able to talk. Then the cultural groups will perform thereafter. Doctor, you are warmly welcome to come and give us the word of thanks. But also, whoever is going to do some announcement, can you come closer to me so that I don't find myself wanting? You are welcome.
Halala Africa, halala. Halala vanhu, halala. Halala vanhu vantima, halala. Thank you so much, our MEC Program Director. I'm so happy today, and my job, it's very easy. I'm here to do the vote of thanks. But before I render this service, let me allow myself to say that we are no longer going back to take what we have lost, according to what Sankofa says. Now I'm creating my own theory here. I am saying we are moving forward with what we have. The reason being is because I have seen young generation performing here. So it shows that there's nothing that we have lost. We have everything in our hands. Thank you so much. Young people, continue to do likewise. We should not leave our culture. From the speech that our MEC indicated, they say that we should use sports and culture. And through the engagement of these sports and culture, that's where knowledge is built. So would like to thank our MEC Maseko from Department of Arts and Culture, Limpopo. We thank you for the service that you have rendered. Our MEC Florence Radzirani, Premier of Limpopo as well, or maybe standing for Premier for our Limpopo. We thank you so much for the service that you have rendered. And all MEC of Limpopo, we thank you so much. I think if we did not have mayors, we were going to say the service or this African Day was not fully performed or fully done. But for the presence of our mayors, we see that the African Day was fully done, and would like to thank also the executive mayor of Polokwane municipality. Our Speaker of Limpopo or legislature, presented by Jerry Mamabulo, we also thank you. And our other mayors that are in our midst, we also thank you. The members of NE Diplomatic Corps, the Republic of Zimbabwe, Republic of Mozambique. For Mozambique, we are saying Kanimambo. For Zimbabwe, we are saying Maitabasa. Not forgetting our Hoshihadi Mamabulo. We are saying also Rialebuha. On the other hand, we also have traditional leaders. I know they are coming from Batsonga community. We are also saying Yakensa. For those who are coming from the Venda community, we are saying Rikoribuwa. And those who are coming from Bapedi or Basutu, we are saying Rialebuwa or Rialebuha. And for the Zulus, Swatis, Siyabonga. The Xhosas, Siyabulela. Africans, Bayadanki. And in English as whole, we say, thank you so much. We couldn't do this alone without the member of provincial and the municipal councillors. The members of NE organization or the DIMS that like they are from the necessarily of Limpopo. We also thank you so much. And these are the members of the NE of the Premier's office. And again, the department that I love a lot, the department wherever I go, I preach the message of knowledge system, is a department of sports and arts and culture. We also thank you so much. And not forgetting our leaders here at home, at our university. In absentia, we would like also to thank our Vice Chancellor and the Principal of the university, also including the management of the university. To all of you, we are saying Rialebuha, Yakensa, Rikuribuwa, Siyabulela. Thank you so much.
Cancer. Thanks very much, Dr. Mjuli. We have got a group here, Helena France, School for Disabled, ki kopa le tle ka mo pele, le tlo renderela item, le tla ba le accompanya the words of thanks by Dr. Mdluli. Helena Franz. Hala, la Helena France, hala, la. Hala, la bana ba rena ba ba botse, hala, la. We love you, Helena France, we love you. We love you, Helena France, we love you. Re a leboga, re kgopela Katello Baloi a re direle poemo. Ge e dira vintage group come to the stage. From there, Tabartira announcement. In that order, Katello, are you here? Katello, Mihulukwane, Mihulukwane. As we are receiving Katello, we now anamela, Borna Gorba von Rabutin. Aname. Wow, wow.
Ntendeleni dinulumise. Didori thobela. Avusheni. Pawoni. Ngachashu diri. Ndimo Afrika. Ndimo Afrika yanga midiyo toka haninge kana Afrika. Boma khulukuku wanga botabe bahazi wali. Nditongisa ngaba uAfrika ashu. Ndiri Afrika chipembelo na. Ndiyamba musiduba lichitaba ngezithaba. Lichibonechera miri yashu midala. Disihangwe milambo yashu iyelera Afrika lote. Nangoho Afrika chipembe ndilavudi. Disihangwe zinera amba topambana naho. Ndiri nema Afrika. Dimi ritambisa risafari. Nitopanda mpena ndichiri. Ndimu Afrika. Na pamwe achiri. Na kinamo Afrika. Nangoho Afrika chipembe ndilashu. Ndisitiha wende. Ndimuvenda mupigwa na ife loruvipa. Ndimuvenda nasana. Ndimuvembiwa majulu. Ndimupatiwa nemeneme. Kauri ndimu Afrika. Tutuna akara ndiyana. Ndimuchini wa malende na chigombe. Kauri Afrika. Chipelane na cho ya China. Nangoho Afrika chipembe ndilashu. Ndiri ha.
Every treasure cannot be bought. Astawaga osiela na machachi. Swelesha chile motsule chachile ande. Kibutsu wikowa wikogobeche utumedishe. Ntumele nkitinye kuruki na misheshe wakere. Tobe. Nogolo kuku sarita oteja osoko sokori bengi. Panama amanriti beberi miwamaloba. Samara wane omichadi kwele kweta wani garona taukile lubebetu. Ntume kego bocheka mutotlo mufuswani. Wamukhalebe Afrika le baraba ga ba bahlanu ba kopantshwa ke menlwane masomethano nna le dipolelo tse dikete tse pedi. North land of trade, education, and dust. You, the land that has taught us how to rise with the stars and map with the mappers, because from you, your sons have led this world through the times of ancient history till today. Your knowledge continues to be admired. Oh, Central, the land of deep forest where ancient songs and ancient stories sleep. We say praise to your courage. Ke re wena lefatshe la dithofa tšeo di pipilego dikoša, dithothokiso le direto le dinamane tša bomakgolokhuku. Re re you continue to bring us together to the root of the heart of Africa. Ke sa South, you the land that fought terror with fear and pain, but somehow you continue to stand tall and carry the weight of your brothers on your weary shoulders. Praise to your courage, your truth, and your sanity, for the future of Africa stands in the hands that are yours. We are speaking to you, West, the land of gold and drumbeat, where spirits of power and strongness rise. We say the pain was deep, but your courage was deeper. Praise to you, then we speak of you, East, the land of ancient oceans and spices, where Swahili languages continue to rise. We say praise to you, Mozambique, where Namokapanya Malimi, Africa, Bachalet Yang Mirupa Masugana, Alimechi Mufababo.
Ge legodimo le bula le tswalle maru a duma ga mogobu ba hlatswa leobu mo bubula bo tswalle
legodimo le bula le tswalle maru a duma ga mogobu ba hlatswa leobu mo bubula bo tswalle bo fela bo bula ngwana a bula
Atswalle. So. Ale shako. Ale shaku. E tswalela ka sa leko. Lebella godimo. Isha. So godimo la di fotol. Di fotol la si.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. We are going to release our dignitaries. Lena le tla shala le nna, watching a number of cultural groups that will be performing here. But before I release them, ke kgopela vintage guru iba felegetše ka košaela ya Africa. And in the meantime, Mangwane, you will be making announcements. And once the dignitaries leave the hall, I'm going to hand over the mic to you so that we finish with different cultural groups that are here. Vintage group, are you here? Yes, you can come.
Children will be sleeping soon. The work is all done, and so we drink by the fire's glow. The council bells do not ring. The night birds begin to sing. The story's done, so we the dreams have all gone away. Though the memories tear me apart, they will always stay here in my heart. In my heart.
Fellas, folks, Bashai.
After this, Dongo will be ready. Dongo, get ready.
When the sun falls from the sky, I will be forever young. You will be forever mine. There's a special star that shines every evening in your eyes. There's a special star that shines each time I hear that lullaby. There's a special star that shines every evening in your eyes.
Thank you. Sudan. Go ready. Can they play a song from the Domba? Can you get ready? Can you come on stage, please? Muraga Domba. Yes, Wamraga. Yes. Abate. Abatabanye. From there, sit down, you'll come on stage with your own song, please. All the group leaders will get their food where you have parked your buses or your transport. They are waiting for you there with your food. Muraga Domba, sit down, can you get ready? Kabatabanye nyana she. Arna she finger. Sidani Kitari, you must get ready, ne? Please. Domba, give us one hot one. One hot song. Performance. I want to check our choir as they still there. Capricorn choirs and our SAP. Yes, they must come and give us a song here on stage. Before you go and eat.
Mepololo, mepololo, mepololo. Mepololo, 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 mepololo. Hey. Arabeteleni Zwanda.
Tovera mubeba nambia mupana. Nasuno tovera ndichimba ndiatongisa. Nasuno tovera ndichimba natokavisa we. Nane litilanga ngamsewe.
Wow, wow, wow. Muholo kwame. Mepololo.
Ndiamba chipolisa kati vafare kababana.
Roleboa.
Falele ya. Falele kababana. Pati ya chicheche baita basati we. Aha. Pati ya chicheche baita basati kababana. Parela batongo bafuramu. Parela batongo bafura we. Aha. Richilenga gapi nasi yarara we. Aha. Ramba rashedo barire paha babana. Ramba rashedo barire paha babana. Ito baba fare. Aha. Para baba fare we. Aha. Botukura miromo ya nyelisani hababana. Botukura miromo ya nyelisani we. Aha. Apiwa mundende ya songohura. Aha. Apiwa Chisongote, aha, ita baba farere hababana, baji ya shichache baita basati we, aha, aricha amba panero zashuna we, aha, richiri amba yari rema hababana, richiri nganga pinasi yarara limpopai. Funumuteke, funumuteke, inamanga, funumuteke, inamanga, batizanaria bonyere, right? Amabere, batizanaria bonyere. Funuwe, batizanaria bonyere, right? Funumuteke, ah.
Abagandile Mzanda. Sit down. It's your time. Give us one hot song. DJ, play their song, please, so that we can. Which song are you playing, ma'am? DJ. This is what they want. Television. Ke ba kgekgola ba, ke ba kgekgola. Thank you, thank you. The China dance, followed by Dear Patang. China, please. Re tla kgona ho ja re thiba nana. Re a leboga Sitani. Ba betheleng matsoho. Ba pheleng maboko. China dance, one song please. Do it faster. The pattern. Ntona Haruna, please. Do it faster. Yankwa. Do it faster, please. One song. Thank you. Thank you. I think group ya mapelelo. Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Tenang lina mapelelo. Tenang, please. Reta fa brass band itlachwa. Rio chia di jomola. Re pakileng kona dikoloi le le chia di buja di group chili datalena wa collector di jomola T block di jodi enough for all of us dital legana. Husband, le darvetela hanyana mara skachwa le beta mo kita wale na ba mafelelo batho ba collector di jomola. Refeng one hot song please, guys. Do it faster please. Adienga pila pila nyan. Okshota babang. Eva fecha mohodi traditional dance. Itang mohodi, ibang ready. Mohodi. Re betele nya mafelelo mohodi ba sutela mogogo ba sutela le bona. Mogo. Na kwa rena e bula electricity re a fetsa batho ba rena. Modu chest bend. You ready? Vamos, Modu. What? Wow! Arabetele el macho! Thank you, really well. Thank you. Modi, are menyana le laba mogogo. Mogogo yemnyana. Awusena modi just bend. Pakisanyana modi just bend. Utatsena mogogo ta face. From the brass band what are vetela re choka moka. Brass band le ska better ya ko ntle ba ngola exam. Re betela mohari, ra betanyana monat. Yes. Are betenga pelanyana one song but none. Just bend. Musiliboncha le lapile. Mogogo bang ready. Mogogo biang chalina mo, yes. Pakishangan laro papa. Kita bakal binisha kam musteji. And I do not age. Sutelan mo kara ka stage niya na bakulu baka sutelan niya na mo staging. Just Ariel. Linali ang won ke kubale chia di joko telina ko T block all the cultural group di jojal na di ko T block. Moro T block mo Peking. Everything